ladies, welcome back. Have you ever noticed that you feel different from week to week throughout the month, sometimes even day to day? Have you thought you're crazy or felt so frustrated that you couldn't just feel the same all the time? Well, guess what? It's normal. Today we're going to be talking about the energy of your cycle, and it's going to explain why you go through those changes every week during the month. Let's jump in. So I hear from women a lot that they expect themselves to feel the same all the time, every day. And what I love to help them understand is that it's normal. Your hormones are constantly changing on pretty much a weekly basis throughout your menstrual cycle. And it affects a lot more than you might think. So today I want to go through some of the main points on the energy of your cycle. So the first thing is that if you picture your menstrual cycle as a circle, there are two distinct energies of the cycle. So there's the outward energy for one half and then the inward energy for the second half of your cycle. So what this means is that for the first half of your cycle, your energy is going to be a lot more focused outside of you. So the people around you, the activities, everything going on around you, life in general, and you'll probably notice that you have a lot more of physical energy during that time. It'll be a lot easier to take care of everyone else, focus on other people's needs. A lot more easy to engage with other people, all those types of things. And then during the second half of your cycle, it's the inward energy, and that's when your energy really comes inside of you. And it's a great time to focus on you. This is why often during that second half, during your PMS time, you'll find yourself grouchy and grumpy and depleted because maybe you haven't taken the time to invest internally like your body has needed to. So that's the second part where it's really you are going to need more time for your needs, your wants, and thinking about what's going on inside of you versus outside and around you. The second thing to know about the energy of your cycle is that there's 4 phases in your cycle, and they correspond with the 4 seasons in nature, which I think is so cool. We're cyclical by nature, just like so many of the things that naturally exist in nature. So every phase of your menstrual cycle corresponds with a season of the year. So spring corresponds with your follicular phase. That's the time of like new beginnings, new energy, planning, trying something new. It could be a recipe, it could be an activity. Anything new and fresh starts are great during this time. Planning is huge during this time. Then you come into ovulation, and that corresponds with summer. Think of the energy of summer where it's like all about fun, getting out there, getting together with people, doing fun things. It's kind of the same energy at ovulation where you're really focused on being out there, engaging with the world around you, having fun, living life. And then we transition into fall, and it's like the world kind of slows down and quiets down. We come back to our routine. It's the time of harvest. So your luteal phase corresponds with fall, and that is when you're going to start turning more internal, focusing on you, slowing down, coming back to yourself, focusing on tasks that need to be done, cleaning, organizing, even like starting to question things in your life, evaluating. You might notice your inner critic really starts to speak up during this time. It's normal. Just be ready for it and know that it's okay. It's when she's supposed to show up, and you don't have to listen, but at least you're ready when you hear that voice. And then after fall comes winter, and that corresponds with your menstrual phase when you're on your period. And that is the time when the world goes quiet. And that's what you need during your menstrual phase, is quiet, rest. It's nature's time to rest before starting a whole new cycle. And that's what your body really needs too, is a time to just come inside of you, rest, focus on your needs before you start again. So let's talk a little bit about what this means in practical application. So the first thing I want to say is that life does not always line up perfectly with the phases of your cycle. So you do your best to work with what you've got. So some of the ways that I put this into practice, when I'm in my follicular phase, I do a lot of planning. So I'll plan dinners for the month. I'll plan all of my content for the month at work. A lot of planning, and I notice during that time in my cycle, it's when I'm like, I want to go out for a drive. I want to go explore somewhere new, or go out to eat, try a new place. During the ovulation phase is when I tend to really want to get together with people. Even both of the follicular and the ovulation phase, during that time is when I'll tend to schedule appointments, make phone calls that I need to make. If there's different tasks that I need to get done that involve doing things outside of the house, that's when I'll try and get those things done. So that when I come into the second half of my cycle, I can focus a little bit more on just a slower schedule, not as many things that I have to be somewhere at a certain time. During that phase, it's also when I do really good focused work. So if I have a project I'm working on and I just need a chunk of time to be able to sit and focus on it, it happens really well during that point in my cycle. Also, if I have like some questions rolling around in my mind that I'm just not sure what to do, the menstrual phase is a great time to get some wisdom on those questions and really get some intuition on what the next step might be for you. The last thing I want to say is that none of this is meant to be a set of rules or guidelines that you should follow or should do. It's really, the goal is all about helping you to get back in touch with your body and just starting to become aware of where you're at in your cycle, what your body is naturally needing. You may or may not follow this pattern. It might be different, and month to month it might be different too. But it's just starting to learn to tune in to you, what you need, and what's gonna be the right thing for your body at this point. Giving yourself grace for not performing the same every day. And now you know why. So I hope that this has been some helpful information for you. I hope that it helps you to understand your female body a little bit better so that you can handle yourself with grace throughout the month and start to optimize your life based on your cycle. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to learn more about women's health, managing your stress, and cyclical living, I'd love to connect with you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any videos, and don't forget to like and comment below. Have a great day.